Today, we're taking a look back at the wild, bloody, and totally crazy history of one of the UK's most famous landmarks, the Tower of London. This imposing stone fortress on the River Thames has served many roles over the centuries: royal palace, prison, zoo, mint, and most famously as the site of countless executions. Spoiler alert, things are about to get grim. The story begins all the way back in 1066, when William the Conqueror invaded England and kicked off the Norman conquest. After he won the Battle of Hastings and took control, William decided he needed a royal palace to watch over London in style. So he built a fortified tower on the Thames and moved right in. Under the next few kings, the tower kept expanding. By the 1300s, it was a massive complex with high stone walls, lush grounds, and posh accommodations fit for royalty. The vibe was less prison and more palace. Kings and queens would chill here before coronations and throw lavish banquets. But that all changed in the Tudor era, when the tower earned its reputation as a terrifying prison. Most prisoners were fancy nobles who had ticked off the monarch, and let's just say the conditions weren't exactly comfy. Damp, freezing cells, gross food. Some prisoners were even tortured. The tower's most famous prisoner was Elizabeth I. Before becoming queen, she was imprisoned here by her jealous sister, Queen Mary. Elizabeth was only 19 and spent months stressing that her sister would execute her, but the future Virgin Queen kept her cool and avoided the chopping block. Let's talk executions. Over the centuries, the tower has been the site of countless beheadings and murders. Anne Boleyn, one of Henry VIII's wives, was executed here. So was Lady Jane Grey, the tragic 9-day queen, and Elizabeth's rival, Queen Mary of Scots, plus tons of nobles who lost favour with the monarch. One of the most grisly forms of execution at the tower was being pressed, literally squashed by heavy weights until you died. Some prisoners were even hung, drawn, and quartered, meaning they were half-hanged, disemboweled, and chopped into quarters. Many famous figures ended up as severed heads on spikes along London Bridge after being executed at the tower. Their decaying heads were placed there as a warning to others who dare defy the monarch. Things got a bit better by the 1700s and 1800s, when the tower became more prison and less torture chamber. The last execution here took place in 1941, when a German spy was shot by a firing squad. These days, the tower is much more tourist-friendly. Millions come every year to gawk at the dazzling crown jewels, stroll along the walls, and check out the former prison cells. You can even see where those beheadings took place. So there you have it, the twisted, gross, fascinating history of the Tower of London in a nutshell. From royal residence to execution site, this place has seen it all, and it remains one of the UK's most impressive and storied castles. Just don't lose your head on a visit.